What's up, everybody? It's Heat Override, and I'm ready to bring the pain for you and Dr. Roto this week. Oh, yeah. Man, after an exciting, crazy NHL trade deadline, now we got free agency. We were looking forward to, hey, maybe Friday. No, everybody's signing right now, everybody. So if you haven't been over to Dr. Roto yet, head there right now. We got everything popping. We got MLB draft sheets, cheat sheets. Everything is going on right now. We got the guys at the one and done doing the college basketball. You know who they is. Get it, Mike. Get it, Eric. Get it, Jay. Oh, yeah. But man, we're calling to bring the pain today to talk a little bit about this. I know everybody else is. Everybody's got like 15 articles up. But guess what? I don't. And guess what? Nobody else does it like me. That's how I am. And that's how we do it. Oh, yeah. But man, as some of these defenses getting juicy. I mean, woohoo! You know I'm the IDP hero, so let's get right to it, man. Let's talk about one real quick, right off the go. Aaron Jones to the Vikings. He stays in this division, and it's a perfect compliment. I mean, literally, if you watch what they were doing with the backs last year, between Madison, Johnson, everybody they brought in, except like Cam Akers. I mean, he didn't really get worked in too much of the pass game, but this is a whole thing. Kirk Cousins is no longer there. We all know this. So watching Minnesota go forward with a talented wide receiver core, and then now one of the most explosive, lightning explosive running backs in the league, Mr. Showtime himself, Aaron Jones. Man, they got to bring somebody in to help get this team together. Are they going to make a big trade? I mean, they lost Hunter. I mean, we'll get to him, but man, it's just they got some moves to make. But man, Ravens getting Derrick Henry. I hope nobody really crowns them the champions yet. I mean, guys, you gotta calm down. You gotta. I'm sorry hitting the mic. You gotta calm down because seriously, we saw what happened last year. The running game was working for the Ravens, which means the running game is going to work for the Ravens once again. Except now they have a superstar running back at practically nearing the end of his career. We got another 4 or 5 years, maybe. But with the Ravens bringing him in, they definitely are going to be able to hit the middle of the line and get those touchdowns. But they were already getting those touchdowns with Lamar. They were getting those touchdowns with Gus Edwards. But the point is that other than Lamar Jackson, nobody has that name like Derrick Henry. In the passing game, still has yet to be desired, man. Like, I get Flowers did good last year, but the rest of the guys were just missing. It was like Flowers, and then when Andrews finally came back, he did a little, but not enough. He didn't even look good. At this point, why are we messing with Andrews? It's likely that he should have been cut because likely definitely showed that he had a great repertoire with Jackson and that Jackson could get him the ball. Why you hold on to old baggage? Anyway, well, you know why actually, Mr. Heat Override? Because they don't have any wide receivers. So you know what the Ravens are gonna do? Play good old AFC North football. And speaking of the AFC North, we'll get to that. Let's head over. The Falcons get Cousins and Mooney. I think Mooney just felt lost last year. 2 years ago, I didn't understand why Mooney didn't step into that next level. But going on the Falcons, having all those weapons around him now opens him up. Pitts, London, and Robinson. And now you have Cousins coming in. One thing Kirk Cousins knows how to do is get his players the ball. He isn't no chump like Ritter. He ain't no chump like Heineke. He will get people the ball. Love it or hate it, he's going to get the ball. Oh, yeah. Right? So, another move I really, really, really love is the Eagles getting Barkley and Devontae Parker as of today. Wow. All right. So you literally just put what was technically one of the better, solid, more hurt receivers, got something to prove. You got him as your third receiver now, right? So that being said, this opens everything up for Hurts. And Barkley is the perfect fit. Like Swift last year was great for this offense. However, Barkley is like a step up from Swift as long as he can stay healthy. Now, everything you could do with Swift opens up even more with Barkley because It's just I have no problems with Swift. DeAndre Swift is an amazing running back, and a lot of people are going to overlook him. So you're gonna need to make sure you're on top of those games with that. So let's talk about Eckler to Washington. Yeah, whatever. We already know what's happening with the Washington Redskins, And here they are. They're bringing in another quarterback, and now Sam Howell is going to be sitting here throwing the ball 45 times a game, and we have the same old receivers not stepping up, and then we got the defense gutted, like this was medieval times. Like what? So Eckler, yeah, you know what? He'll go there. He's going to get a lot of play. He's going to get a lot of touches. And guess what? For fantasy, he'll do great. But as for the Redskins, man, they'd probably be fourth in that division if they're lucky. Yeah, they're just going to get replaced. Just bring Alabama up and just replace the Redskins at this point, because I don't really know what's going to happen. Yeah. Anyway, let's get this moving along here, right? So, Pollard to the Titans. Why? Oh, okay. I said this years ago. Pollard was an amazing compliment to Elliott. Then Pollard got the main shackles. Then Rico Dowdle's showing up, and Pollard turned into Lamar Miller. Remember when I made that podcast and I said that Pollard is Lamar Miller? Well, now the Titans have Lamar Miller 2.0. Yay, good job. Yee! Right? But you have this explosive running back in Spears that's going to definitely be able to work out of the backfield, help this team grow. I mean, I don't have a good feeling for the Titans, but they needed to make a move, and they do. This helps their running back core. I'm not going to take anything from Pollard. Lamar Miller had some great years too, right? And then he had some very Lamar Miller games, just like Pollard. So I'm not getting off that thing. Bears get Swift. I love the move. Now the Bears still have this wide open. Are we going to take Williams or we're not? Like, what are we doing? Right? You still got Fields on the thing. Are you going to make a big trade? Are you not? Like, this is something where you can see like Minnesota should just trade everything to try to get this first pick, to put some kind of a great player, a quarterback on this team so they can get together. But we don't really know how that's going to work out. We know that they tried, stepping into it. But hey, Bears got it going. And defensively, they adding people too. So that defense is getting stronger, and they're signing everybody, and the Bears want to be a contender. Then this is your point. Honestly, they should get Marvin Harrison. Bring him in. I mean, what more could you want? You have now your lights out core. You have arguably one of the coolest receivers in the game, DJ Moore, right? I mean, do you remember how he came on at the end of that year? If that Bears team plays like that with that defense, the way I talked them up all year, done. Bears can surprise some people. Right now, like the Packers, I mean, the Vikings are up in the air, right? Packers are, right? We all know Detroit's going to be Detroit. However, and they're staying quiet. So that means Detroit is just letting the people make their plays. But Detroit's definitely already looking like they're going to be able to take this division again. Packers can fight. But that's why the Vikings they have a team that can do that. But they can't do it if they don't have a quarterback, right? So, hey, best of them. They got great receivers, great talent. So we'll see where that goes. But, oh, man. The Steelers? Patrick Queen? I had a Ravens fan hit me up because, I'm getting out of work. I'm doing stuff. I'm going to karate. Dude, Steelers getting Queen is insane. They still have Cole Holcomb on the roster. And Landon Roberts is still there, too. So the way that core played, right, at the end of the year, you still have that base solid secondary. I mean, you got Porter Jr. going in his second year. The Steelers have a great draft pick right now. So they're looking good. They're poised. You got Watt. You got Highsmith. You still have a lot of the strength of the interior defense. But now all these guys are coming back. And then you get Patrick Queen. Look, there's another team I'm about to talk about that just literally might have the best defense. But the Steelers' defense, the way they play, and like I said, everybody wants to talk Myles Garrett up. He's the defensive Player of the year. Oh, yeah, Mr. Heat Override. You didn't see that coming. I didn't have to. In fantasy football, in my model, TJ Watt put up 155 points, and homeboy Myles Garrett only put up like 92. So if the real defensive MVP of the year is TJ Watt, and now you have those linebackers behind him, it don't matter if Derrick Henry's running up the middle. He ain't that fast. He gonna be hitting them big ass linebackers. Oh, well, hey, sometimes we say things, right? Oh, yeah. So let's get to it. The Texans. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. I mean, I ain't even gotta talk about Stingley, right? Yeah. We ain't gotta talk about my boy Jalen Petrie, right? No. Hey, Heat Override. We don't gotta talk about them. But when you add Alshire Aziz and Daniel Hunter with Will Anderson and that whole team, oh, Cashman, oh, that defense of line is going to be nasty. They don't even need a linebacking core because the secondary is beast, right? And we're sitting here looking at this team. You got Tank Dell, right? Y'all forgot about him. Everybody was about Nico Collins. I was a Tank Dell guy. All of a sudden, Tank Dell was getting his stuff, got hurt. Collins comes back. He's a hero. Then signing Schultz 3 years, having Jordan backing him up right now is perfect. And they were working them both in. Both of those tight ends were getting it, right? And then you had everybody else. Look, I'm saying this right now. Texans made the playoffs. And as long as Stroud does not have a sophomore slump, just don't see that happening. This team is going to be one of the top teams in the AFC. Don't get it twisted. That defense don't play. They're going to need a lot of injuries and a lot of problems, and a lot of bad things that come their way. If that defense stays healthy and they make it to the playoffs, they're going to be able to grind with Mixon. They're going to be able to pass with those tight ends, and they're going to be able to hit the long bomb with Collins and Dell. Just, you heard it here first. You might want to go check that Super Bowl prop right now, right? Because that's going to go down drastically if it hasn't already. So, all right. Well, everything that's going together right now, there's so much gore going. Of course, me being the Rams, we're just kind of going lines. We're playing kind of like the Lions, and we're just sitting back. We don't need anybody offensively. Defensively, the Rams do need stuff, though. So there's still a lot of great players out there. I do want to go see them get somebody, like maybe try for Xavier Howard or try to do. We actually have a draft pick this year. That's the funniest thing. So it feels good to actually be back in the fold with that too. So we can actually get some talent coming in with talent going out. As long as Stafford comes back, this team is going to be healthy this year. The Rams are definitely going to be able to. They have a chance to win this division. San Francisco is starting to lose with Armstead gone, and the other things fall apart. San Francisco is starting to lose some of their team, their defense, and their offense keeps continuously. What happens if Purdy doesn't show up like he did last year? They're not making it. They still have. I mean, they'll make the playoffs, but they still have Christian McCaffrey, and with those types of numbers, as long as he's healthy, he will. He definitely will make sure that San Francisco gets to the playoff. However, man, the Rams, they're going to have to do something. Outside that, keep your eyes posted. I just wanted to get this podcast out. I have a huge karate tournament this weekend, so I'm not going to be able to podcast as much. And I know that I really wanted to do this podcast this weekend, but with all the moves going through, kind of made it a little easier to do today. So head over to Dr. Roto for in-depth articles. We have articles up right now. The MLB cheat sheets is going off, as well as the Discord. We have new people going into the baseball side of things. It is great. Lou is in there slaying. You got everybody delivering. Of course, we got our one and done podcast. I already brought them up. They're killing it with college basketball. If you haven't checked out the NHL trade podcast that I did with Kick from our staff, then you need to check that out. We did it. It's a little longer. It's in the middle because we caught up a little bit. We wanted to talk a little bit because we're good friends too. So, when you get somebody like that and NFL's off season and all these trades are going down, you got nothing better to do, check it out because he gives his insight. He talks about what made these teams better. The Panthers getting better, the Hurricanes getting better. That's big. And then of course we got our NBA packages going in. Everybody's goal is in there delivering. Doc's been delivering. So when Doc is throwing in basketball plays, you need to get there, right? All right. So get the Dr. Roto. get to my page too. Get over Facebook at Bring the Pain. Get to my Spreaker at Bring the Pain, and you can find me on any podcast listening platforms that you may: Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Google while it's still up, Deezer, whatever you got. And mostly get to Dr. Roto to listen to my podcast too. Man, we got it all for you. So without further ado, always remember to bring the pain. Oh, yeah, people. Have a great day, and may the free agency be with you. Oh, yeah.